Today in this video we are going to discuss about the bacterial cell wall. So let's start. So the main features of the bacterial cell wall, as we know that cell wall is always present outside the cell. So it is a protective structure and it provides the rigidity, it provides the firmness to the bacterial cell, support and proper shape. Okay, and it has a very unique compound which is called as the peptidoglycan. It is the mixture, or you can say it is a polymer of the sugars and some amino acids. Okay, and it provides the rigidity, it provides the shape to the bacterial cell. And you know, peptidoglycan is a unique compound which is only present in the bacterial cell wall. Okay, so it is the main compound which is present in the bacterial cell wall, and which differentiate the two types of bacterial cell wall. We will see later on. So there are two types of cell walls: gram-negative bacteria cell wall and gram-positive bacteria cell wall. And depending upon the amounts of the peptidoglycan, okay, we classify the cell wall between the two groups of the bacteria, gram-negative and gram-positive, according to the amount, how much peptidoglycan is present in the cell wall. So the gram-negative bacteria cell cell wall is the multi-layered. Okay, we can see in the diagram the very primitive, or you can say the very first structure is the plasma membrane of the cell. Okay, now next there is a thin layer of the peptidoglycan, and above the thin layer of the peptidoglycan there is also the outer membrane, and it will form the outer capsule. It is the protective structure which is only present in the gram-negative bacteria. Okay, so peptidoglycan layer is thin and it is more complex cell wall as compared to the gram-positive, which we'll see later on. And the multi-layered cell wall, first layer is the outer membrane, second layer again the peptidoglycan thin layer. Outer membrane, it is made up of the lipopolysaccharide, okay, lipids and the mixture of the carbohydrate, and it supports the bacteria, it provides the firmness of the bacteria, and later on we will see its function also. So the gram-negative bacteria cell wall is the multi-layered and it is more complex structure as compared to the gram-positive one. Okay, and peptidoglycan layer is thin and it is sandwiched between the plasma membrane and the outer membrane. In the gram-positive bacterial cell wall, the thick layer of the peptidoglycan is present above the plasma membrane, and there is no outer membrane. Okay, in the diagram we clearly see this. There is no outer membrane and the thick peptidoglycan layer is present, and it also contains a large amount of the teichoic acid, which is a type of the polysaccharide carbohydrate, and it also made the complex with some other chemicals, with some other compounds. Okay, so what are the some functions of the bacterial cell wall? First of all, we should know that peptidoglycan is present only in the bacterial cell wall, okay, and it provides the shape and support and firmness, rigidity to the cell. It also increases the thickness of the cell wall, okay, and the next function is in the gram-negative bacteria. We know that outer membrane is present, okay. It is made up of the lipopolysaccharide and it will act as the endotoxin. Okay, it will support the bacteria and it will also act like the endotoxins. Okay, now the next function is the outer membrane of the gram-positive bacteria also support the bacteria, also protect the bacteria against some antibiotic drugs, antibiotic agents. Okay, so this outer membrane gram-negative bacteria are more, you can say, disease causing. They are more resistant bacteria against the antibiotic drugs as compared to the gram-positive, because they do not have the outer membrane. Understood? So you should know the main differences between the gram-positive and the gram-negative bacterial cell wall. The gram-negative bacterial cell wall contain the outer membrane. The gram-positive bacterial cell wall do not contain the outer membrane. Okay, and the difference in the amount of the peptidoglycan: thin layer is present in the gram-negative and the thick layer is present in the gram-positive bacteria. Okay, thank you so much.